Okay, I have a slightly weird, maybe genuinely gross question for you.
Mm.
When you think about those tiny uh, acid-making residents in your mouth,
Hmm.
what do you reckon they're doing when they're not busy trying to, dissolve your teeth? Because if you just thought, oh, they're just chilling, well, you seriously underestimated their game plan. The stuff we've been digging into suggests that this whole battle for your teeth, it's actually way bigger. It's like a body-wide war. And these little microbes, they're master builders. We're talking today about tartar, or, the more polite term is biofilm.
Right, biofilm. Sounds almost nice, doesn't it? Like some gentle coating.
Exactly, but it's not gentle at all. This is hard stuff.
Yeah.
Calcified. It's basically a calcium fortress these bacteria build.
It's like an armored shield.
Yeah, a concrete bunker, pretty much.
Yeah.
Built specifically to tough out your immune system, your toothbrush, everything. And they're annoyingly good at it.
Well, what's really fascinating is that it's not just any bacteria doing this. There's a main player, a specific microbe called Streptococcus mutans. Think of this little guy as the lead architect. Its whole deal is basically eating sugar and making acid.
Yeah.
Simple, destructive model.
Right. Sugar in, acid out.
But here's the kicker. When you throw starches into the mix.
Like chips, bread, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Potato chips, bread, pasta. You combine that with, say, a sugary drink. That combo acts almost like superglue. The bacteria munch on the sugar plus the starch, and they start pumping out this really thick, sticky, gluey substance.
Oh, okay.
And that stuff mineralizes, hardens up super fast. That's the rigid shield we call tartar.
And the worst part.
The worst part is that this hard armor traps the acid right up against your tooth enamel, so the acid stays put right where it can do the most damage, dissolving the tooth structure.
Okay, so here's where it gets, well, kind of wild.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe a little alarming, honestly.
Mm-mm.
This same ambitious little microbe, Streptococcus mutans, it doesn't just, clock off after wrecking a molar. It goes exploring.
It travels.
It travels. We're seeing it pop up in places really far from the mouth.
Like where?
Like actually found living on the valves of the heart.
Wow.
And maybe even more significantly, hidden deep inside the plaque buildup in arteries.
So the gunk in your mouth is linked to the gunk in your arteries.
That's what it looks like. Suddenly your dentist isn't just giving you a heads up about cavities. They're pointing to potentially serious systemic health stuff.
Yeah.
The mouth fight is linked to the heart fight.
That connects the dots, doesn't it?
Hmm.
If these microbes are building fortresses in the mouth and then showing up elsewhere, the question really shifts from just, why are my teeth yellow, to, okay, how do we take this fortress down? Both, locally in the mouth and maybe systemically too.
Right. And step one seems obvious, but we got to say it. Cut off the construction supplies.
Eliminate the fuel source.
No sugar, and critically, none of those high-carb starches. Because that mix is what they use to make their superglue.
That's the prevention side, the diet part. But what about the tartar that's already there, the hard stuff?
Good question. What do you do about that?
For that, you need a kind of two-pronged attack. There's a mechanical and chemical approach, and then there's the longer-term internal support. Because just scraping it off at the dentist, well, that doesn't fix the acid issue or the weak enamel underneath.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that aggressive defense, like some kitchen chemistry.
A bit like that, yeah.
Our sources laid out this pretty cool, almost DIY way to actively go after that biofilm at home, like mixing up your own daily mouthwash weapon.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
First up, half a teaspoon of food grade, 3% hydrogen peroxide.
Hydrogen peroxide, why that?
Its main job, apparently, is to start breaking down that sticky shield, that biofilm, sort of softening the armor.
Right, it gets into the matrix and messes with the structure, makes it less tough.
And yeah, bonus, it helps whiten your teeth a bit, too.
Always a plus. What's next?
Next, half a teaspoon of baking soda.
Ah, baking soda. For scrubbing.
Well, yeah, it's a mild abrasive, which helps.
Mm-hmm.
But the main reason is chemical. It neutralizes the acid in your mouth, big time.
That's huge. Alkalizing the environment. Takes away the acidic conditions those bad bacteria love.
Does our body do anything like that naturally?
Absolutely. Think about your pancreas. It produces sodium bicarbonate, basically baking soda, to neutralize stomach acid as it enters the intestine.
Huh. So we're just copying that process in the mouth.
Pretty much. You're shifting the environment away from destructive acidity, changing the battlefield.
Right. Then for extra disruption, 3 drops of clove oil.
Clove oil. Interesting.
Yeah, it's supposed to actively break down that shield, too, and it has that numbing effect, right? So it can help with any sensitivity or pain.
It's a natural analgesic, yeah. So peroxide, baking soda, clove oil, mix it with water.
Yep, 3 teaspoons of water to mix it all up. But hang on, there's like a secret weapon ingredient.
Ooh, a secret weapon, do tell.
Apparently, the real game changer is adding half a teaspoon of something called microcrystalline hydroxyapatite powder.
Microcrystalline hydroxyapatite. Okay, that sounds technical.
It sounds super sci-fi, I know. But it's actually pretty down to earth. It's a powder made of teeny tiny bone-like crystals.
Bone-like.
Yeah, it's literally the same stuff your bones and teeth are made of, hydroxyapatite.
Ah, okay. So what's the big deal about adding that?
The key is its size and the fact that it's biocompatible. Your body recognizes it because it's the same material as your enamel.
Right.
These tiny crystals can actually get into the little microscopic cracks and early weak spots in your teeth.
And do what? Fill them in.
Essentially, yeah. They work to remineralize the tooth tissue. They patch up the enamel, strengthening those weak spots from the inside out, like repairing the structure itself.
Wow. Okay. That's not just cleaning, that's actual repair.
Exactly. So you mix this whole potent concoction up, brush gently in circles once a day. That's your active defense.
Got it. And for maintenance?
Yeah, for keeping things good long term, the recommendation was to look for chewing gum that has friendly oral bacteria. Probiotic gum, basically.
Ah, repopulating with the good guys.
Right. Help keep the bad guys in check. Prevent future tartar. Less bad breath. Fewer cavities. Makes sense.
Okay, so that's the direct attack on the mouth fortress.
Yep, that covers the local defense.
Yeah.
But since we established this is kind of a body-wide thing,
Right, the systemic connection.
we need internal backup. Fortification from the inside. Feeding your body the right materials to keep enamel strong.
Which brings us where?
Bizarrely. From the toothbrush to the butter dish.
Butter. Seriously?
The #1 recommended food for preventing decay and fortifying teeth. Grass-fed butter.
Okay, hold on. Butter. We've spent years hearing butter is bad, right?
Yep.
Clogs arteries.
Exactly. That's the irony. But nutritionally, grass-fed butter is apparently crucial for teeth and bones. Why?
Because it's packed with 2 key fat-soluble vitamins.
Which one?
First, vitamin K2.
K2, what does that do?
Think of K2 as the body's calcium traffic controller. Its job is to grab calcium that's floating around and make sure it gets deposited into your bones and teeth where you need it. And importantly, it helps keep calcium out of places you don't want it, like your arteries and soft tissues.
Wow. Okay, so it directs the calcium. What's the other vitamin?
Vitamin A, also critical. Vitamin A is essential for keeping your enamel structure strong and healthy. Without enough vitamin A, your enamel can get weaker, more porous.
And this isn't even brand new information, right? I remember reading about that dentist, Weston Price.
Weston Price, yes. Back in 1930s, 40s, he traveled the world studying traditional cultures.
And he noticed they had amazing teeth, perfect bone structure, hardly any decay.
Exactly. And he identified this nutrient in their diets, a mystery nutrient back then that he called activator X.
Which turned out to be.
Which we now understand was vitamin K2,
Mm.
found abundantly in foods like, you guessed it, high-quality butter from grass-fed animals.
That's incredible. Activator X was K2 all along.
It really hits home for me, actually. I have this memory. It's kind of funny now. When I was a kid, I had terrible problems with cavities, just constant dental decay.
Oh, wow.
And I used to crave butter, like intensely. I vividly remember asking for a pound of butter for my birthday one year.
A pound of butter
Yeah.
for your birthday.
Yep. And I sat there and ate it with a spoon.
No way.
Looking back, it seems pretty clear my body was screaming for something. Likely the K2 and the vitamin A it desperately needed to try and fix my teeth.
That's such a powerful example of the body maybe knowing what it needs.
The body often sends signals, yeah. Cravings can sometimes point to deficiencies.
But the irony is just staggering, isn't it? Decades of avoid butter, it's bad for your heart, cholesterol.
Right. Avoid it like the plague.
And yet, the very thing we were told to avoid, good quality grass-fed butter, contains the vitamin K2 that helps keep calcium out of artery plaque by putting it in bones and teeth.
It completely flips the script on what we thought we knew about fat, cholesterol, and heart health. K2 is key for directing that calcium properly.
Mind blown. Are there other benefits to butter then, besides the K2 and A?
Oh, yeah. Good butter also contains butyrate.
Butyrate.
It's a short-chain fatty acid. It's fantastic fuel for the cells lining your colon, and it's actually good for your brain, too.
Okay.
And don't forget, cholesterol, which butter is rich in, is the fundamental building block for all your sex hormones. Testosterone, estrogen, all of them. So high-quality dietary fats like that found in grass-fed butter provide the raw materials your body needs for healthy hormone production. It really supports the whole system.
Okay, wow. So let's just quickly wrap this deep dive up. The battle for your teeth, way bigger than just your mouth. It involved these tiny microbial engineers building fortresses.
Streptococcus mutans, yeah.
And the solution is twofold.
Mm-hmm.
An aggressive home care routine using stuff like peroxide, baking soda, clove oil, and especially that microcrystalline hydroxyapatite.
For direct repair and biofilm disruption.
And then, crucially, internal fortification, strengthening from the inside out with, surprisingly, grass-fed butter.
Thanks to its vitamin K2 directing calcium and vitamin A supporting enamel.
The big takeaway seems to be that simple things, like getting calcium to the right place, can have a massive impact.
It really shifts your perspective. If we misunderstood something as basic as butter's role for so long, thinking it was bad when it actually helps direct calcium away from arteries and into teeth, it makes you wonder, what else are we maybe getting wrong about how our bodies use things like fat and cholesterol for overall health? It's definitely something to chew on.